The second moon. Humanity mistook it for a new moon. For thousands of years, humanity believed the night sky was completely mapped. Every star had a catalog. Every planet had an orbit. Every moon had a name. Then one ordinary evening, something impossible appeared. At first, no one noticed. It was just another bright object rising over Earth's horizon. Amateur astronomers assumed it was a rare atmospheric illusion. Social media users posted photographs with captions claiming a second moon had arrived. Within hours, millions were looking upward. The object wasn't flashing. It wasn't burning. It wasn't moving like a meteor. It simply existed, perfectly round, perfectly silent, and every telescope on Earth confirmed the same unbelievable fact. There had never been anything there before. Day 1. Governments remained silent. Space agencies refused interviews. Observatories suddenly stopped publishing live telescope feeds. The internet exploded with theories. Some believed it was a wandering planet. Others claimed it was a secret military experiment. Religious leaders called it a sign. Scientists had only one question. How could something nearly the size of Earth's moon appear? Without anyone seeing it approach, the laws of orbital mechanics said such an event was impossible, unless it hadn't traveled through space at all. Satellite operators attempted the first detailed scans. The results made no sense. Every radar signal passed straight through the object. Infrared cameras detected almost no heat. Yet visible light reflected from its surface exactly like solid rock. It looked real. It cast shadows. But every instrument contradicted the others. It was as though reality itself couldn't decide what it was observing. Even artificial intelligence systems failed to classify it. Their reports contained only one repeated phrase: unknown physical architecture. No scientific database contained anything remotely similar. Day 4. Then came the first global blackout. Not electrical, astronomical. Every deep space telescope simultaneously lost sight of distant galaxies. It was as if something enormous had moved between Earth and the universe beyond. The mysterious object wasn't simply orbiting Earth. It was blocking the stars. Yet calculations proved something even stranger. Its measured size changed every hour. Sometimes it appeared slightly larger, sometimes smaller, without moving, without rotating, without emitting any detectable energy, almost as though it was breathing. Across every continent, people stopped looking at their phones. Cities gathered on rooftops. Children asked questions no parent could answer. The world had seen eclipses before. It had survived comets, asteroids, solar storms, but this felt different. This wasn't a visitor. It felt like something had been waiting, watching, hidden until humanity reached exactly the right moment in history. And now, it wanted to be seen. This discovery in human history had only just begun. What humanity believed was a harmless new moon was about to rewrite everything we knew about the universe. Because in just a few days, the object would move for the very first time. And when it did, every nation on Earth would realize they had never been looking at a moon. They had been staring into the eye of something unimaginably ancient. Subscribe now, because Chapter 2 reveals what happened when the moon opened. The moon opened. Day 7, at exactly 02:17 UTC, every observatory on Earth recorded the same impossible event. The object moved, not across the sky, not around Earth. Its surface opened. A single line of brilliant white light appeared across its center, stretching from one side to the other. For several seconds, the world stood still. Then the line widened. The perfect sphere unfolded with mechanical precision, like an enormous iris opening for the first time in ages. It wasn't breaking apart. It was revealing something hidden inside. There was no explosion, no sound, only silence. A silence so unsettling that millions watching live streams instinctively stopped speaking. No natural object. Scientists immediately abandoned every previous theory. This was no moon, no asteroid, no planet. It was an engineered structure, one so massive that it dwarfed every spacecraft humanity had ever built. Inside the opening was not molten rock or glowing gas. Instead, an endless geometric chamber stretched into darkness. Its walls shimmered with metallic patterns unlike any known material. Every surface reflected starlight without producing a single, detectable heat signature. It looked ancient, yet impossibly perfect, as if time itself had failed to leave a mark. Military satellites focused every sensor on the structure. Nothing. No radio signals, no engine emissions, no gravitational fluctuations. Then, every communication network on Earth experienced the same interruption. Televisions froze, phones vibrated, aircraft briefly lost navigation. For exactly 12 seconds, every electronic display showed the same image. A single enormous eye, watching. Then everything returned to normal. No hacker claimed responsibility. No satellite transmitted the image. It had appeared simultaneously on billions of screens. The signal, deep inside the opened structure, something awakened. Radio telescopes detected an incredibly low-frequency pulse spreading across the solar system. The signal wasn't aimed at Earth. It was traveling outward, past Mars, past Jupiter, beyond the edge of the sun's influence. Humanity wasn't receiving a message. Something else was. Within hours, astronomers detected faint flashes from distant regions of space. 1, then 3, then dozens. It looked as though ancient beacons, silent for millions of years, were suddenly responding. The open structure had announced its presence, and the galaxy had answered. Spread across the world. Stock markets closed. Air traffic slowed. Governments declared global emergency sessions. Yet the mysterious structure never attacked. It simply remained above Earth, open, watching, waiting, almost as though humanity's reaction was being carefully observed. Every passing hour increased one terrifying possibility. The object hadn't come to conquer humanity. It had come to inspect it. The truth arrives. Then, exactly 24 hours after the structure opened, a second object appeared, not near Earth, but emerging from deep space. Unlike the silent sphere, this newcomer accelerated faster than anything human science considered possible. Its destination was unmistakable. Earth, and as telescopes locked onto the incoming vessel, they discovered something that turned every scientist pale. It wasn't coming to invade. It was coming to answer the call. The keepers returned. Day 10. The incoming vessel crossed the distance from the edge of the solar system in less than an hour. It did not slow. It did not maneuver. It simply appeared above Earth, stopping beside the opened sphere with impossible precision. The ship was unlike anything humanity had imagined. Its surface reflected no sunlight, yet every star around it seemed brighter. It was so enormous that entire continents could see it hanging in the sky. Then, the two structures aligned. A beam of pale blue light connected them, not as a weapon, as a handshake. The archive. For the first time, a signal reached Earth. Not through radio waves, not through satellites. Every human heard the same calm voice inside their mind. Civilization confirmed. Guardian protocol completed. Humanity has reached the final threshold. The words lasted only seconds. Yet every language, every culture, and every nation understood them perfectly. Scientists searched desperately for an explanation. There wasn't one. The message had bypassed technology entirely. It had spoken directly to consciousness. Hidden within the open sphere, astronomers finally discovered its true purpose. It wasn't a fortress. It wasn't a weapon. It was an archive, a silent guardian that had orbited beyond human detection for millions of years. Its mission had never been to rule Earth. It had been waiting, watching civilization grow, recording every discovery, every war, every triumph, every mistake. Humanity had mistaken it for a new moon, when in reality it had always been Earth's first witness. The final test. The great vessel transmitted one final message. Power does not earn your place among the stars. Wisdom does. You were never being judged by your technology, only by what you chose to become. As those words echoed across the planet, the glowing beam disappeared. The enormous sphere slowly closed, becoming perfectly smooth once again. Within moments, both structures began fading from sight, not flying away, simply vanished. Reality itself released them. Seconds later, the night sky returned to normal. Only one moon remained. The world was forever changed. Governments released every classified observation. Scientists rewrote the foundations of astronomy. Children who had witnessed the impossible grew up determined to explore the stars. Humanity no longer looked into space searching for neighbors. It looked upward knowing someone had already found us and had decided we were finally ready. One question remains. No wreckage, no technology, no proof remained. Except for one discovery. Hidden beneath the Pacific Ocean, researchers detected another identical signal, still sleeping, waiting for a future generation. Perhaps the first sphere had not been alone. Perhaps Earth had never been unprotected. Or perhaps the next guardian would awaken only when humanity faced its greatest challenge.